What's up, everyone? Scott here from Chernobyl Studios on the second episode of Does It Suck? Ironically, we're looking at another audio assault plugin called Blacksun. This is brand new, and let's have a listen to what this thing sounds like. So I've played with it a little bit. I have a very rough demo that I'll play, and there are some things that I'd like to tell you about. So let's start jamming. So right off the bat, it sounds a lot better than the initial Hell Beast impression. I do like this a lot more. Let's dive into the settings real quick, see what we have going on. So we've got a tuner here, the stomp. Let's turn this up a little bit. Let's see what the stomp does. Okay, just a little bit. So it works like what you would expect a stomp to do. Let's leave all this down the middle for now. Let's check out the cabs. Now we have fewer choices this time around. I remember with the Hellbeast, I liked just the original Hellbeast cab. Let's see if this is kind of the same. So let's start with the Blacksun here. I like the stock one. This IR has a ton of white noise going on. I would just go with this one. Wouldn't really do anything else. Delay. Sounds like delay. Sounds like reverb. Cool. So this is all self-explanatory. Let's see if we can get a bit more of a rocking tone here. So I'm just playing right now. I'm sort of analyzing what I already have and what I want to do with the tone pot. Sounds pretty good. So my classic guitar tone mastery sequence. I mean, does it suck? No. But there are a couple things that I have noticed already that I think are going to come out more when I show you guys the demo here. Once again, I mean, it's free, you know, and it's free, and once again, it sounds good. When you're doing single notes. Not as bad as the Hellbeast, that's for sure. So I definitely like the Blacksun a lot more, and for being free, it's good. But there are a couple of things that I'm going to tell you about here in just a second. But I don't think I mentioned I'm using the War Beast. This is in standard D with EMG pickups. So at face value, at this point in time, I would say no, it does not suck. But let's hear this in a really, demo phase. Let's see what kind of result we're going to get. All right, here's the song in a demo. Please keep in mind, this is literally a demo. This is just my demo template that I have. It's, what was this? It's just easy drummer, death metal. Yep, easy drummer, death metal. Very basic levels, Euro bass 2 with just a very basic EQ. So please understand, this is just my template for when I create demos, and you're going to understand why I didn't finish this demo when I press play. So what I have here is I have Blacksun here, and I've done a little bit of extra work on the IRs to try to see if they could make it work. So on this side, I have the 57 balanced with the 127 balanced. I did mess with their positioning and how far away they are from the speaker and stuff, but I think it's just better to press play. So I'm going to press play with the tone that I've created. So let's have a listen to this. All right, not too bad sounding, right? Well, but let me show you something. Okay, so if I solo this, once you hear this, you're not going to be able to unhear it. And I didn't show you the EQ for a specific reason. I want to enable the EQ first, and then I want to show you what I mean. There. That's the actual guitar tone. But I'm going to turn everything off again, and you're going to hear what's happening. So once again, it's free, okay? It's free. I'm just going to go ahead and say that it's free, but this is going to take some work. It's going to take some work. Either you're going to need to use third-party IRs at a minimum, or you're going to need to do some serious chopping in the upper frequencies. This is just, frankly, it's kind of ridiculous, actually. You know, I don't know what their methods are for emulating amps and things like that, but this just reminds me of problems of the 2010s, 2012, 2013. This is the kind of stuff that it reminds me of, if I'm being completely honest with you. And still, you can't get rid of it. Like, you can't even hear the tone. It's just complete white noise. Still there a little bit. And then soothe on top of that to tame it down even more. Now, you might be thinking, well, Scott, that's probably because you have a ton of presence and treble. You know, you like to say yourself that you like that kind of tone. That's literally incorrect. I have the presence down, and I almost never turn the presence down on an amp. And I have very little bit of treble, tons of bass, mids, and mid scooped. Not a lot of gain. It's just the way that this thing has been captured, or it's the IRs. Like I said, when I do these Does It Suck videos, I don't use third-party stuff. I'm just looking at what comes basically in the box. And maybe this thing's going to sound better with third-party IRs. I have no idea, but I definitely would just use the regular Blacksun IR here. I liked it more, or use third-party IRs and see what you can get out of that. But the high-end just white noise is off the charts. It's out of control. So this is basically the guitar tone. So maybe we could try adding some more treble. Well, you add more presence and you're just, the white noise comes right back. maybe we can do something like that. Now, with everything else, it's going to sound fine. Right. So I mean that basically is the end of what I think. Like, I have, personally speaking, I don't ever see myself using this. I don't particularly like how it sounds. I'm not gonna say it sucks because it technically does not. But you're gonna have to do a lot of work or use third-party IRs, and just understand it's a free plugin. It's not going to be free forever. I think they're going to make it like $30 or something like that afterwards. And once again, like I said about the Hell Beast, just keep in mind what you're, I mean, it's $30. Okay. In most situations, you're going to get what you pay for. Very rarely is it going to be a product at a price point like that where it's amazing. It does happen, but in this case, I didn't really go, wow, this is amazing. It is legit, but at the first moment when I was playing it, I thought, oh, this is really good. And then when I started getting into it and started recording it and started listening to it, and I was realizing, like, there's just a wall of white noise going on here. And I never do cuts like this ever. Normally this would absolutely kill your guitar tone. And you can kind of see that happening when we do these cuts. I have to bring up the volume because, I'm just like neutering the guitar tone. And this is just baked into the IR being used or the amp sim itself. So just keep that in mind. So go ahead and download it. Nothing's stopping you right now. It's free. Go for it. But I wouldn't expect a whole lot from it. Once again, it might just be better if you're just chugging on the top string, doing some gent to the gent 0101 stuff. Maybe it's cool, but I'm just not too awfully impressed. The only reason I'm going to say it doesn't suck is because it's free. If this was like a $150 plugin, I would say this sucks. But that's not the case, so we'll leave it at that. I really have nothing else to say. The main point, though, is try it with third-party IRs and just keep in mind of the top-end fizz white noise. You have to just go pretty crazy with it. And even with the EQ moves I've done here, it's not all gone. So, it's still there. It's still there, but it's at a point now where you put the bass in there and the drums, it's not so obvious. But yeah, that's pretty much, those are my thoughts about the Blacksun. For free, it's sort of what you would expect to get. So yeah. Now earlier on in the video, I mentioned about doing my guitar tone mastery sequence. What I meant by that is I always work backwards. So I always go presence, treble, mid, bass, and stuff like that. And that just helps me, work quickly through the amp simulator. I just feel that it works better because it always seems like you're dealing with digital harshness, and the high end seems to be a bit more finicky when you're dealing with amp simulators. So that's what I meant by that. If you really want to learn more about my entire A to Z process for amp simulators and stuff, I got a link down below to my full-on guitar tone mastery course where I go A to Z and what I'm thinking, why I'm doing it, how to select IRs, and how to diagnose problems exactly like this, so that you don't have these type of guitar tones in your productions, and how to avoid it. So that's what I mean. But yeah, anyway, so this is the video of the Blacksun. Does it suck? It's free. It's free. So take it for being free. Grab it while it's free. Understand that it is what it is. All right. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.